Hey, boys and girls. So we're here on chapter 9, lesson 7, and this might feel like kind of a repeat. We did cover subtracting unlike fractions as well last week, but we didn't really do a whole lot of practice. So knowing that this week is also going to be kind of a funky week, we are going to just step back, give ourselves a little bit more practice, and proceed accordingly. So our first problem, we are on page 653. I want to work out number 2 with you. We're doing 5/6 minus 1/2. And again, your task for today is to complete page 563. Sorry, 653. All right, so we're working out this number 2. I'm going to pop over here. We're going to work it out. All right, 5/6 minus 1/2. So, what are my first steps? Well, I can't subtract them unless I have a common denominator, right? So I'm going to find a common denominator. And does anyone remember how I go about finding a common denominator? Well, I need to multiply. And I need to find a number that I can multiply the 6 and or the 2 by so that they're the same. And this doesn't mean you need to multiply both numbers. Like right away I'm seeing a pattern where I can multiply 2 by a number and it'll give me 6. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that pattern though, and I'm going to work through every single step, and this is what you should be doing in your brain. So I'm going to work through my multiples of 6. So 1 times 6, 2 times 6, 3 times 6. And then I'm going to stop there. Okay, and then I'm going to do that for 2. 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 2, and then I'm going to stop there too. Okay, so I'm going to do my 6's first. 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18. Come over here to this side. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 2 equals 6. So where are they the same? Here, right? 3 times 2 equals 6, and 1 times 6 equals 6. So where the answer is the same, that's our common denominator. And the number you multiplied it by is like your car that's going to take you there. So I'm going to get to 6 town in my 3 car. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 3. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Multiply that 1 times 3. I'm going to look at my new shiny fractions, which then I can subtract. So 5 minus 6. Sorry, 5/6 minus 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. Now I'm going to subtract. Bring these across. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And I keep my denominator the same. That's 6. Looking good so far, but I noticed something, and I know that I can simplify this fraction. And remember, we always want to represent fractions in the simplest form. So I noticed that the top and the bottom both have even numbers. And that means I can both divide them by what? By 2. So I'm going to divide 2 divided by 2. And 6 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Am I as low as I can go? Yeah. There's no number that I can divide 1 by to get a smaller whole answer. We're at the end. And I would have to do the same to the top and the bottom anyways, right? So we're done here. We're going to go ahead and move on to number 3. So I'm going to erase this work. All right, so we're going to do problem number 3, 2/5 minus 1/4. And again, we're on page 653. So 2/5 minus 1/4. It's ready in our brains. Let's go for it. So I have my 2/5 minus 1/4. Here we go. Uh-oh, don't have a common denominator, do I? So I'm going to work out the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 4 until I get there. So I'm going to just give myself a few to work with. Some of you, again, might know this right off the top of your head. Awesome. Excellent. Go for it. For those of you who don't, that's okay. What I'm showing you here with the multiples is a tool you can use for now, which here in a couple weeks you'll be doing in your head. 3 times 5, 4 times 5, 5 times 5. We'll stop there. And let's do that with our 4s. I've got 1 times, oh my goodness, 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 5 times 4. Beautiful. All right, let's work out our multiples of 5. 1 times 5 equals 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 20, 25. Oh, I have a feeling I know where this is going to match up. I see my little hint right here. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Then we have 12 and 16. And, 20. And then again, look at those little factors in there. Okay, so where's the answer the same? 4 times 5 and 5 times 4. Some of you might have looked at those two numbers and thought, yeah, that's the lowest common denominator is just multiplying them together. That's awesome. Okay, now we know how to get there. To change our 5 to a 20, we need to multiply it by what? By 4. So 5 times 4 up here, times 4 up here. We're going to bring it down. So 2 times 4, that turns into an 8. 5 times 4 is a 20. Beautiful. Minus, what am I going to do with this 4 over here? I'm going to multiply it by 5. Exactly. Times 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see here. So now I can subtract right across, can't I? I can just go 8 minus 5. That equals 3. And then bring across my 20. Bingo. Kind of feels like it could go lower, but can I? Is there any number I can divide 3 by that I can also divide 20 by and get an even answer? No. And you can work it out if you want. And the way you would is you would simply work out, you would divide 3 by a variety of numbers. Then you would do the same thing with 20 and see what you get. Don't be afraid to experiment with these numbers. They're not going to hurt you. All right, anyways, go ahead, wrap up page 653. That's your work for today. If you have any questions, join the 1:30 office hours or make an arrangement with me to brush up on the stuff. All right, good luck.